dressed so cozy today because we are doing a stretching routine. It's gonna focus on your lower back and your hips. I know that's a problem area for a lot of people, so hopefully this routine will bring you some relief, and it's something that you can do whenever you're feeling tight in those areas. We're just gonna start out with a very basic cat-cow. I feel like that's the go-to stretch when you're having back issues. So we're just gonna use it to warm up our spine. So tabletop position. Nice neutral spine. We're gonna inhale, look up as we drop our bellies to the mat. And exhale, arch through the spine. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Find that neutral spine again. And we're just going to wiggle our tailbone like a little puppy dog. So take your hips to one side and then the other. If you want to get sort of funky with it, you can start making a circular motion as you do it, kind of combining cat-cow with this little wiggle. One more each side. Good. Come back to a neutral spine. We're gonna walk those hands out slightly, and we're just gonna shift our hips forward to find an up dog position. We're just gonna hold it and let those hip flexors open up. Good. Engaging the lower abs. We're going to lift back our hips and shift it to a puppy posture. So our booty's in the air and we're coming almost like downward dog. Engage those lower abs. We're gonna arch through the spine, so articulate through and come to that up dog. And we're gonna work this flow a few times and release back. Articulate, arching through the spine. Good, one more. And we're gonna shift back to a tabletop, so walk those hands back. Find that neutral spine. We're gonna bring one leg out. Drive that knee to the chest. Bring that foot between the hands. And we're just gonna slowly come up and find our balance. So we're not really in a lunge position yet. We're going to work on opening the hip flexor. I feel like a lot of people love to just like really like push into this stretch, when actually it's more beneficial if you make sure your hips are in alignment and you slowly ease into it. So we're just gonna really work on our alignment. Our hips are straight across, they're square, and then we're just gonna slowly shift forward as we hold. You can ease slowly a little bit deeper if you feel comfortable. You can even add a slight twist with the upper body. Good. And take your hands, frame the foot, bring that foot back. We find that tabletop position again, neutral spine, and we repeat it with the other leg this time. So bring it out, knee comes to chest, we step through the hands, and we slowly rise up, finding that balance. So take a second, check your alignment, and then slowly ease into it. Add the twist if you feel comfortable. Good, and nice and slow, bring those hands back to the mat. You're gonna step that leg back. Big toes come together. We're gonna walk those knees out, about to the width of your mat if you're on one. We're gonna ease that tailbone back towards the heels, and then slowly walk our hands out for an extended child's pose. So we're gonna hold this for a bit. Just relax that head down. Now nice and slow, you're gonna walk your hands to one side. We're gonna engage the side body and then relax in that stretch again. Slowly walk it to the other side. walk it back to center. Walk those hands in a little bit. We're just gonna do one more variation of child's pose before we move on to a different set of stretches. You're gonna bring your knees back in, so your legs are right beside each other. And we're gonna go back to that child's pose position, but this time with our hands by our feet. So ease it down. And then bring those hands back. And nice and slow, roll up through the spine. Head's the last thing to come up. We're going to shift around. Bring your toes to the edge of your mat. Hands behind your knees. Nice and slow, we're gonna roll down through the spine until we're laying on the mat. So nice and slow, like painfully slow. And finally release. If you need to shift a little bit on your mat, do it. We're gonna extend one leg out. We're gonna bring the other knee into our chest, or as close as we can get it. So what we want to avoid is kind of like jacking our hips up to one side. We wanna keep them nice and aligned and squared. So just hold that knee where it's at. And think about engaging that core so that lower back is flat on the mat. So we're pressing that lower back into the mat while we do this. And then just breathe. Feel free to explore a little bit here. You can take your knee out to the side. You can take it across your body. And whenever you feel an area where you're like, oh, I need to stretch there, just hold it. It's fine. This stretch might look a little bit different for everyone. When you're ready, bring that knee back to center. We're gonna take that bottom leg, bend it. We're gonna cross our leg over just like we're sitting in a chair, and then bring our hands down by our sides. And nice and slowly, in control, we're gonna let this knee lead our legs over to one side. You can also use your hand as an assister. You can also use your hand for assistance if you need. And you want to make sure both shoulders stay on the mat. And then just breathe and relax here. Nice and slow, ease that knee back up. Uncross You're gonna straighten the other leg this time. Bring the other knee into your chest. Same thing, watch those hips and just hold it. Think about that lower back pressing into the mat. Now you can start to play. Move that knee around a little bit. Come back to center. Bottom leg comes up. We cross the legs, hands by the side, and gently drop it over. Bring it up. Uncross the legs. We're gonna come to a figure 4 stretch. So cross one leg over, flex that foot. So we keep pressure off the knee. Bring your hands through, grab that bottom leg, and stretch. This one can be pretty intense. I know my hips just stay tight. I really have to work to keep them stretched. And I often find that, the golden rule for stretching is hold it 30 seconds. With my hips, I often find it takes a lot longer. So be patient. Nice and slow release. Switch your legs. And here we go. This side is way tighter than the other one. Oh my gosh. Whew. Release. Our final stretch, we're gonna bring our feet together, knees together, We're gonna let those knees fall to the side. Oh, my hip just popped. So you can hold here if that feels good, a good intensity. To create a little bit more space in the lower back, take your hands, find your hip crease, and we're just gonna slightly, like ever so slightly, just press down. And breathe. You can release those hands if you want to, and then just really relax into the stretch. Nice and slow, bring those knees up. Bring both knees into your chest. Just rock a little bit side to side. You can circle it. And gently rock over to one side. So you're in a fetal position. Slowly push yourself up. Come to a seated position. Whew, that made me so sleepy and so relaxed in a good way. Sit up nice and tall. We're gonna breathe in and out for a couple breaths. Well, I hope you enjoyed this stretching routine. I know I did. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want me to make more stretching videos with specific body parts or muscle groups in mind, please comment. I would love to have feedback and hear from you all. And of course, you can always subscribe to my channel so you never miss a video. Hope you guys have an amazing day. Bye.